Now.
Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you with us. I'm Jane McCarthy. We are tracking some breaking news right now. Spokane Public School leaders announced their plans to lay off hundreds of staff members.
Spokane Public Schools already sent out some layoff notices today. KREM 2's Alexa Block was at the meeting today. And Alexa, what can you tell us?
Now, the Spokane Public School District says that they have sent out 325 layoff notices to their staff, and 182 of those notices went to teachers. They're saying that they have a $31 million deficit and they had to start making spending cuts. Now, this comes after a new funding model was adopted through the McCleary decision, according to school leaders. It calls for a boost in state funding, but revenue from local levies was reduced. Many districts here in Eastern Washington depend on public funding for education. Now, local leaders say this was a tough decision, and these are decisions that are being made statewide.
We've made every effort to support staff and students by recommending reductions away from the classroom first. Next year's budget will be finalized in late August, so we will spend the next 4 months continuing to look for efficiencies and new ways to meet the needs of our students and families.
Now, a few days before, the Spokane School Board passed a resolution allowing them to make these types of cuts if they were needed. The Meade School District passed a similar resolution. And the West Valley School District has been talking about potential cuts for weeks now. They met with staff weeks ago, and they're considering cutting 40 positions. In Spokane, Alexa Block, KREM 2 News.
Alexa, thank you for that live report. In the meantime, the Palouse cleaning up after this week's flash flooding. Many of you online are comparing it to the infamous flood of 1996 that wreaked havoc on cities like Moscow then. Well, after that flood, the city took some steps to improve some of its infrastructure to try and protect homes.
This go around, the improvements paid off. KREM 2's Taylor Vito explains.
Yikes. 2 days later, the video is still hard to believe. Streets in Moscow turned into rivers and Paradise Creek raged, all due to heavy rain.
We really saw the water come up very quickly.
For some longtime Muscovites, it was deja vu. It was over 2 decades ago when the city was first slammed with record floodwaters. Many here will be quick to tell you about that. Tuesday's flood of Paradise Creek is believed to have just barely surpassed that.
It has a short drainage, not a ton of capacity, and it comes up really quick.
But this go around, some changes were noticeable, like this overflow channel along Mountain View Road. It was built in the aftermath of the '96 floods and is designed to take water when Paradise Creek overflows.
But this infrastructure in particular really is a lifesaver for the people who live north of this area.
I'm in the base of this drainage ditch right now, and just to give you a sense of how much water there was at the time of the flood, I'm about 6'1", and at the height of the flood there was so much water it was overflowing this and spilling out the sides.
Following the '96 flood, the city also made improvements on Bridge Street and did landscaping in other areas by Paradise Creek. Those weren't as much of a factor Tuesday as the overflow channel, which, the city says, played a big role. Granted, that may be hard to swallow for homeowners in other parts of the city who experienced flooding, but the city says when Mother Nature hits that hard, there's only so much they can do.
With events like this, when you have a 100-year flood, it's going to be a 100-year flood.
The city says staff at its wastewater facility were also instrumental in making sure raw sewage didn't flow into the creek during the flood. In Moscow, Taylor Vito, KREM 2 News.
And a state of emergency remains in effect for Nez Perce Reservation. With more rain on the way, the community is rallying together to lend their help to tribal members. The Yakima Nation and a local church donated thousands of sandbags and sand. Cadets from the Idaho Youth Challenge Academy are helping to fill them.
We have had an immense amount of support from people all over in the valley, some other areas, offering their time, supplies.
When there's a need in the community, we feel like that the service work should really have an impact, and this has an impact on the total area.
More rain is likely headed their way this weekend. Some residents in the flood zone have already evacuated. Police say others should be prepared to do so.
We'll send things over to Tom Sherry in the Weather Center now for a closer look at how much more rain we can expect. Tom?
Yeah, I think we're going to see rain on and off through the weekend and even into the first part of next week, letting you know that we've got a flood watch in effect everywhere you see shaded in green right now. And that's where we think we could see some fairly heavy rain at times tomorrow and again on Saturday afternoon. And then a flood warning in southeastern Washington, northeastern Oregon. That's through Friday afternoon, and that is for the Umatilla River down there. The flood watch, though, is primarily for the creeks and the streams that are through the areas of the Washington and the Idaho Palouse. And you take a look at the latest Doppler radar, and you can see pretty dry in Spokane, but we do have a line of showers. It is moving through the Palouse right now. You can see it just a little bit west of Pullman, and some showers popping up a little east of Moscow right now. Again, we'll continue to see rain in that region through the weekend and into the first part of next week. I think here locally in Spokane, mostly dry weather, just a slight chance of a few showers in the overnight hours. We'll drop it down to about 36. Could see a few pop-up showers tomorrow with a daytime high of 57. Again, looks like the weekend will be a bit wetter, especially by Saturday afternoon. I'll check your complete forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Sounds good, Tom. Thank you very much. Well, today a Spokane County Superior Court judge declared a mistrial in the first-degree murder trial of the man accused of killing Montana Senator Jon Tester's nephew. Robert Tester was killed in Spangle back in September of 2016. John Radovich was charged with first-degree murder after police say his DNA linked him to the scene. Court documents showed Tester died of multiple chop wounds. His then 8-year-old daughter was in the home at the time, and we will have to wait until next week to learn why the judge declared a mistrial.
A 31-year-old man named Shane Carson died in the Spokane County Jail in 2018. An autopsy revealed he died of a drug overdose. Well, inmates told officials that Carson showed signs of medical distress for up to an hour before he died.
I spoke with KREM 2 investigative reporter Ian Smay to discuss what he found about the circumstances surrounding Carson's death. So Ian, tell me how you came across Shane Carson and the case surrounding his in-custody death.
So I had heard of deaths happening in Spokane County Jail, so I made a public records request about all in-custody deaths since 2017, and his kind of just caught my eye about the circumstances surrounding his passing.
And let's talk about that. Why did it catch your eye?
So there were inmates that were quoted to investigators saying like, hey, he was showing signs, like his cellmate even said he told 2 corrections officers that he was concerned about Carson's health because he was shaking and sweating and just didn't seem right. It seemed like something was off. But it seems like the guards said either they were going to get a nurse and then the nurse never came, or they just told, the cellmate claims that he was told by the officers, oh, he's just detoxing, you don't need to worry about him.
From reading your story, it looks like it was pretty clear that several attempts were made by inmates to notify guards that he was in pretty rough shape.
Yeah, especially his cellmate really said, hey, if you're not going to help him, I want to get out of this cell because he's not healthy. He's showing horrible signs like shaking and the sweating and kind of just making groaning noises, that he was in pretty bad shape.
And then that leaves Mr. Carson in his cell by himself, and he's ultimately found unresponsive in that cell.
Yeah, it actually was when they came to move him that they found that Carson was not okay, and that's when a corrections officer actually made contact with Carson, realized he probably wasn't breathing or was having a lot of trouble breathing, and that's when the emergency response was started.
So they tried to resuscitate him, but they were not successful.
Yes, they were never able to bring him back.
Is it clear to you why guards or jail personnel didn't take the inmates' concerns more serious about his health?
They do reference how the cellmate claims that the guard said he was just detoxing, but they never said why they didn't do more. One corrections officer that was quoted in the record say he was going to let a nurse know, but it's not clear if that nurse ever showed up after the request was made.
It's ultimately determined that he died of an overdose?
Yeah, an overdose of at least 3 different types of drugs.
Okay. And this is just one of several in-custody deaths in recent months in the Spokane County Jail.
Yeah, there have been at least 8 deaths that we know of since June of 2017.
What is the jail doing about all this?
We're unsure if there's any plans to change policy. I know last September 2018, they were supposed to implement a new opioid withdrawal treatment plan that would help people get off of opioids and make sure they recovered completely and were healthy at the end of the recovery. But other than that, we haven't had comment because the county says they can't comment on an ongoing death investigation.
I know that was my next question. You had inquired specifically about Mr. Carson's death, and they essentially told you it remains under investigation. They can't comment on specifics.
Yeah, so I sent the specifics of my story before it went to publish, and they said that they just couldn't comment on any of the specifics due to the fact that it wasn't completed yet.
All right, well, keep us posted on what you find out.
Will do.
Thank you, Ann.
And you can read Ian's full report right now on KREM.com. It's right there on our homepage.